Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I, Prince, Lord, I wanna thank you for this blessing. Give thanks to my family, they're the reason that I ain't been stressing. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Yo, look, it's a beautiful day and I mean it. And when the nighttime comes, I give him thanks before I'm sleeping. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Let me paint you a picture. Wake up, I step out of bed as I'm reading the holy scripture. I told my mama make her proud. I'm working hard, I'll make her richer. And I have no doubt in my mind, like MJ, I feel like the man in the mirror. When I'm in need of protection, he's my strength, he's my pillar. He puts food on my family's plate, so I'm thankful for the roof I have, and I'm thankful for my lunch and dinner. They used to hate on my thing, now they wanna call me a winner. I've seen people change like seasons from autumn to the winter. Thank you for rain. Thank you for pain. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Lord, I wanna thank you for this blessing. Give thanks to my family, they're the reason that I ain't been stressing. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Why you keep that tool like that? Why you move like that? I hit the club 50 deep. How you get so high like that? Why your eyes like that? Cause I put money in my lean. Kodak, why you act like that? Why you strap like that? Cause I got it by myself. Nigga, I don't need no vitamin C. I be smoking broccoli, they say it's good for my health. I'm from the know, my little bitch from the Dell. I like my money fast, you moving like a snail. All I smoke is L on a paper trail. Can't you tell? I got clientele on my next tail. I don't need your help, got it on my own. It's $1 million phone, but I ain't got no ringtone. Kodak, why you keep that thing with you? Cause I ain't got no time to play with you. All I do is when I hit the lips, got your boo dancing, cause that what a man make her dick her damn. I'm smoking Froggy County Green. I'm on my league, I'm on Lily. Why you keep that tool like that? Why you move like that? I hit the club 50 deep. How you get so high like that? Why your eyes like that? Cause I put money in my lean. Kodak, why you act like that? Why you strap like that? Cause I got it by myself. Nigga, I don't need no vitamin C. I be smoking broccoli, they say it's good for my health. Kodak, why you always in a foreign? Cause if it ain't foreign, then it's boring. That's a foreign coin. I'm chasing dreams while you snoring. Kodak black, might be yellow, but I'm favorite color orange. Just don't call my phone no more, I'm on tour. Only two can fit, fuck a foreign door. Nigga, this a jet, this is not a foreign. Follow to the floor, fuck that Tom Ford. Nigga, this a roadie, fuck that Michael Kors. I'm in her moving slowly, cause I poured a fork. Got her on her knees, like forgive me, Lord. I remember pulling schemes, waiting most of Mars. Why you keep that tool like that? Why you move like that? I hit the club 50 deep. How you get so high like that?
There is absolutely nothing going on with me romantically.
Great. Can I buy you a drink after?
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the park. I don't care who wanna tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Cause in your eyes, there's I wanna die in your arms. Oh. 'Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. Oh. I don't care who wanna tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I see you. I think I see
The Navy wasn't going to be forever.
ECPI University.
I knew I wanted something that was going to translate what
Me not working hard. Yeah, right, picture that with a Kodak. Or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my life from negative to positive, I just want y'all to know that. And tonight, let's enjoy life. Pitbull, Naya, Neo, that's right.
I will not love you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might.
queen and make love to you endless. It's insane the way the name growing, money keep flowing. Hustlers moving silent, so I'm tiptoeing. So keep blowing, I got it locked up like Lindsay Lohan. Put it on my life, baby. I'm gonna get feel right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight. God. Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And maybe I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
Tonight, I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight. Let's do it tonight. Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything.
Reach for the stars, and if you don't grab them, at least you'll fall on top of the world. Think about it, cause if you slip, I'm gonna fall on top of your girl. What I'm involved with is deeper than the Masons, baby, and it ain't no secret. My family's from Cuba, but I'm an American idol, getting money like secrets. Put it on my life, baby, I'll make it feel right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight. Darling. Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And maybe I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
Tonight, I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight. Let's do it tonight. Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
And I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
I feel so close to you right now, it's a force field. I wear my heart up on my sleeve like a big deal. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. feel so close to you right now.
stopping us right now. And there's no stopping us right now. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Just shoot for the stars. If it feels right, then aim for my heart. If you feel like it, take me away and make it okay. I swear I'll behave. You wanted control, so we waited. I put on a show. Now we're naked. You say I'm a kid. My ego is big. I don't give a shit. And it goes like this. Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with them moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. Maybe it's hard when you feel like you're broken and scarred. Nothing feels right, but when you're with me, I'll make you believe that I've got the key. Oh, so get in the car. You can ride it wherever you want. Get inside it when you wanna steer. But I'm shifting gears. I'll take it from here. Oh yeah, yeah. And it goes like this. Take me by the tongue and I know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control.
Watch cable-free live TV with no hidden fees or long-term contracts. Sign up and start watching today. YouTube TV. Try it free. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
Oh, no signal. I don't have home internet.
Oh, that's a red flag.
It's time for real home internet. Get Xfinity Internet and mobile for just $50 a month during our Xfinity 10G network launch celebration. Switch today.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who dance on the floor and around. She said, I am the one who dance on the floor and around. She told me her name was Billie Jean as she crossed the scene. Then heavy hair turned with the eyes that dream of being the one who would dance on the floor and around. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful who you love. And be careful what you do. Could the lie become the truth? Hey, the Billie Jean is not my love.
I'm feeling electric tonight. Cruising down the coast, going about 99. Got my bad baby by my heavenly side. I know if I go, I'll die happy tonight. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, telephone wires above, all sizzling like a snare. Honey, I'm on fire, I feel it everywhere. Nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby, you're the best. I got that summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Got that summertime sadness. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. Summertime sadness. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. Summertime sadness. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. Summertime sadness. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. I got that summertime. Summertime sadness.
Good God Almighty, like back in the old days. You know, years ago they had the A&R man to tell you what to play, how to play it, you know, whether it's disco or rock. But we just went in the studio and we did it. We had champagne in the studio, of course, you know, compliments of the company, and we just laid back and did it. So we hope you enjoy listening to this album half as much as we enjoy playing it for you, because we had a ball. Only real music's gonna last. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
Everything around me. Freeze. Get the money, dollar bill. Y'all, cash. Everything around me. Freeze. Get the money. Dollar bill.
Yeah. After hours of Il Molino. A Soto just talking women and vino. The contract like 91 Dan Marino. I swear this guy Michael Rapino's boosting my ego. Overly focused is far from the time to rest now. Debates growing about who they think is the best now. Took a while, got the jokers out of the deck now. I'm holding all the cards and niggas wanna play chess now. I hear you talking, say it twice so I know you meant it. Fuck it, I don't even tend it, they should know's in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all. My classmates, they went on to be chartered accountants or work with their parents. But thinking back on how they treated me, my high school reunion might be worth an appearance. Make everybody have to go through security clearance. Tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn. With the ink I can murder, word to my nigga Irv. Yeah, I swear shit just started clicking, dog. You know it's real when you are who you think you are.
Everything around me. Freeze. Get the money, dollar bill. Y'all, cash. Everything around me. Freeze. Get the money. Dollar bill. Y'all.
I had Benzes for you had braces. The all black Maybach, but I'm not a racist. Inside's white in the Katy Perry's faces. Yellow diamonds in my Jesus. I just might learn to speak Mandarin. Japanese for the yen that I'm handling. International hoe, that's my handle. My Saint Chong gone, light a candle. El Gran Santo on the mantle. In case y'all didn't know, I speak Spanish too. Shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess. Yes, still rock live familiar. Says a lot about you if you're not feeling us. The homie said, Hov, it ain't many of us. I told him less is more, niggas, plenty of us.
Everything around me. Freeze. Get the money, dollar bill. Y'all.
Cake. 500 million, I got a pound cake. Niggas is frontin', that's upside down cake. Get them a red nose, they clown cakes. I should've never let you round cake. Look at my neck, I got a carrot cake. Now here's the icing on the cake. Cake. I'm just getting started, oh yeah, we got it, bitch. I done made more millionaires than the lotto did. They made millions, Biggs made millions. Ye made millions, Just made millions. Lior made millions, Cam made millions. Beans will tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. I'm back in my bag. My eyes bloodshot, but my jet don't lag. A pair of Jordan 3s trying to chase this cash. Gucci airbag just in case we crash. Last night was mad trill. I'm fresh out of Advil, Jesus grab the wheel.
Yeah, look, fuck all that happy to be here shit that y'all want me on. I'm the big homie, they still be trying lil bro me dog. Like I should fall in line, like I should alert niggas when I'm about to drop something crazy and not say I'm the greatest of my generation. Like I should be dressing different, like I should be less aggressive and pessimistic. Like I should be way more nervous and less dismissive. Like I should be on my best behavior and not talk my shit and do it major like the niggas who paid the way for us. Like I didn't study the game to the letter and understand that I'm not doing it the same and I'm doing it better. Like I didn't make that clearer this year. Like I should feel, I don't know, guilty for saying that. They should put a couple more mirrors in here so I can stare at myself. These are usually just some thoughts that I would share with myself, but I thought fuck it, it's worth it to share them with someone else other than Paris for once. I text her from time to time, she a mom now. I guess sometimes life forces us to calm down. I told her that she could live with me if she need to. I got a compound, but I think she's straight. Cause she supports
tender. Ain't nothing better, let me know when it's wet enough to enter. If not, I wait because the future of the world depends on if or if not the child we raise gon' have that nigga syndrome. Or will it know to beat the odds regardless of its skin tone? Or will it feel that if in tune it just might get picked on? Or will it give a fuck about what others say and get gone? The alienators cause we different, keep your hand to the sky. Like sounds of blackness when I practice what I preach and don't lie. I be the baker and the maker of the piece of my pie. Now break a tenfold, can I get some reply? Now everybody say,
throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah.
Every day I sit while my nigga be in school, thinking about the second album at the dungeon, shooting pool like ES to the PN, cause we just to the BN zone. Honey, I'm home, but I'm not married, carried a lot of problems round, being frustrated. And now I'm sitting at the end of the month, I just made it like you made the B team. And like your daddy's wife, you making a coffee. You heard the AT alien, so back the hell up off.
Softly, as if I play piano in the dark. Found a way to channel my anger, not to involve. The world's a stage and everybody got to play their part. God works in mysterious ways, so when he starts the job of speaking through us, we be so sincere with this here. No drugs or alcohol, so I can get the signal clear as day. Put my Glock away, I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war, okay?
Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah.
With Music Premium, there's no ads, which also means no breaks from your kids' songs. Get YouTube Music Premium.
Is it gone? Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna do this one for like the Rat Pack and shit. Is it recording? Alright, for the real hip hop motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Bobby, my engineer. It's a nice night in LA. We recording this mixtape and shit, working on the album at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Visionary, boy. Yeah, we gon' do it for 9-6. Yeah, we gon' do it for hip-hop. Yeah, second renaissance. Yeah, I heard them guns outside my window and gangsters would choke. Thought about the life I wanted, picked up the pen and then wrote. While they was firing, you could hear sirens for people dialing. I know one crying in the phone. I was in the zone trying to make a living. Headed to work in the morning, every day felt like I was mourning as my dream was deceased. Until I quit my job and my work ethic increased. Elevated in levels I ain't never seen. Stacking this cream, living the American dream now. I'm going crazy, I ain't slept in days. Dreaming of Michael Jordan money like I slept in J's. Always shouting out my team cause I get all the praise. But they the ones that motivate me on depressing days. See, I'm from Maryland with cash, draw gas like animation. From the smallest altercation that can lead to termination. With a rapper on every corner like the rest of the nation. Passing bars back and forth like legal examinations. As a youngin' I was running wild. Me and my homies skipping school, puffing on that lab. Doing shit just to do it cause we wasn't allowed. I thought I understood the world but I was still a child. Yeah, now while my mama was at home drinking, thinking about the bills, I was dreaming about the meals, running around looking for thrills. I guess this is how it feels when your memory spills onto the page and paints a picture of another age. Back in West Deer Park, chilling with shorties after dark, cause when that sun is down, the police always run us down till we get older and hustle. Now they trying to gun us down. We just trying to make a living off of what we been given. What's up? Yeah, they call me Logic, yeah, that's L-O-G-I-C. I ain't wrapped up in them bitches, I just write that shit I see. Cause these lyrics set me free, fuck the world, let me be. And when I feel like I can't write, that's when I hit the MPC. My talent limitless, but time is limited, so listen up. If you can't see the shit I see, you better get your vision up. I'm the king, watch me reign, born to rule my domain. Album ain't even in stores, they tryna sue me for my name. Shit insane, so berserk, never complain, I just work. Chasing after my dreams like them high school skirts. Back as a youngin', spitting game, trying to get the nuttin'. Living life to the fullest, cause them little things ain't nothing. My flow unkillable when I be muttering syllables, but I take my time, slow it down, check the rhyme. Perfection is to the dime. From the womb to the tomb, I'll be rapping till I'm dying. Doing everything I love, that's the life of a dime. Skipping school, sipping liquor, trying to get this money quicker. Bad bitches, good weed, that's the type of shit I need. Lyrics bleed from my mind state. Elevate my mind and watch it rise like the crime rate. Cause sometimes I be high, and sometimes I be low. And sometimes I do shit I thought I'd never do before. My life is like a movie, wrote a star on me. Got these women on me. I hit the club with all my homies and the drinks is on me. At the crib with the shorty that I met. At the spot, pretty eyes, nice lips, great goose. Where she sips, both my hands on her hips till she put them on her tits. Freak bitch, want the dick, biting on her fingertip. I only fuck with nice girls. I never do this type of shit. I'm thinking about hitting it raw. Shit, I must be wildin' out. But the pussy wet as hell. I think it's time to end the drought. Then again, she could be burning, and that's not what I'm about. So I dipped out to live another day and die another night. Cause when I'm gone, that ain't gonna be the song that they recite. What up? What up?
As you see, my Jedi powers are far beyond yours.
V's up, motherfucker. Yeah, Rat Pack, motherfucker.
You have interfered with our affairs for the last time.
These real bottom boots, baby. These ain't Tim's on the DMT drill. In the cellar, weed pins. Only real in the circle. On fuck fake friends. Only high grade flowers, so I'm going up to Mercury. Yeah, care credit cause she say she wants surgery. I'ma get it paid here, gone with some urgency. I'm a diamond flashing like an ambulance emergency. Back and silly for you, I'ma show a little courtesy. I just love friends, so I got overseas currency. All my exes love me, they regret that we broke up. Two Latina bitches with me getting cold up. Plug got a nigga way down with your hold up. When the shit done dry, I'm about to hold ya. They know I'm growing in, you can tell from the light bill. I'm start a pandemic just like Chinese. Counting on while I'm watching Netflix, strength thing. Niggas ain't ballin', they can never ever make team. Nigga, this is out of weed, I don't do the nicotine. Pretty bitch round with me, shit, I had self-esteem. Presidential roll, nigga, bust down Jubilee. Bought a truck car just to get from point A to B. Even when I was a child, nigga couldn't play with me. Told my old lady, nigga, touch it, I'm cute as that. Got a blue check, I ain't talking about Instagram. Had to buy a Euro cut suit, I'm a busy man. I ain't got time for the gossip, I'm a busy man. I don't do the Gucci, nigga, I don't do the Dapper down. I'm trying to mail a bag of love to my bigger fan. I can let shit slide, I can be the bigger man. I ain't talking college, but my shoe cost a couple bands. G&G, I'm low 600 in my belt. Don't need no shooters, I shoot on myself. Don't need no workers, I serve on myself. I want that green like a motherfucking self. On my shit fire when I touch it, it's melt. I wanna touch on you, babe, I swear that I can't help. Come on. They don't want work cause them niggas gon' lose. Told my little chick lose that damn attitude. I'm not afraid to get rid of you. Play with this game, but it's riddle you. I am not normal, not typical. My African scammer, Somalian. I got size, I smoke all in my oxygen. I'm start a pandemic just like Chinese. Counting on while I'm watching Netflix, strength thing. Niggas ain't ballin', they can never ever make team. Nigga, this is out of weed, I don't do the nicotine. Pretty bitch round with me, shit, I had self-esteem. Presidential roll, nigga, bust down Jubilee. Bought a truck car just to get from point A to B. Even when I was a child, nigga couldn't play with me.
Together, we can stop the spread of misinformation. See what we're doing about it at youtube.com/hitpause.
I came in the world crying and fussing. Nigga, we ain't have nothing. Every ghetto, I know the same. We tryna make a little change. Preacher man come around talking. I don't wanna hear it, keep walking. I'ma put the powder in the pot. Whip it till I'm pulling off a lot. Imagine when I pull it off the lot. The new shit come without a top. Once I'm on, I ain't never gonna stop. Bitch, I'm on, I ain't never gonna stop. Hey, came in the game getting money. Flip chicks, whip, get money. Niggas get to playing with the money. Click bang for the money, shit change over money. They love to see a nigga on the bottom. Catch a come up, gotta keep it on the low. A nigga plug, bless a nigga with a hoe. Wanna break the bitch down in the 36 hoes. Look at here, bitch, I'm A-OK. Shawty won't fuck with me. She stripping, you the jigging, and lady, she gon' hit my line. We ain't gon' waste no time. She sucking and we fucking like she need me. Once she make a bank
did a nigga be on? Too much on my mind right now. I'm on the grind right now. Looking for me, sucker, then I need to be found right now. I got my 9 right now. Bitch, I blow your mind right now. I ain't fucking round right now. Better get in line right now. Or fuck around and die right now. Hope you understand that. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. I'm a bona fide grade A hustler. Hey, one day when they can't touch it. Nigga like me, I be with this shit. Try and stick me, I'ma get you hit. Yeah, you know just how I get down. Bad bitches around. They smoking and they drinking and I'm thinking it could all work out. Seen your bitch back blown out. There's never nothing personal, believe me. Fuck her and your bitch don't wanna leave me. She talking about taking flights tonight when I'm out of town, not around. She want me to fly in to put it down. It's nothing to a real nigga, had that ass flying in first class. Cause you seem to be regular, she don't want nothing regular. Turn me on when she talks Spanish, that fat ass. You know I wanna get with it, so later let's get it. Too much on my mind right now. I'm on the grind right now. Looking for me, sucker, then I need to be found right now. I got my 9 right now. Bitch, I blow your mind right now. I ain't fucking round right now. Better get in line right now. Or fuck around and die right now. Hope you understand that. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man.
Count Chocolitis. Sounds tough. Why did you write that down, Jim? Is it because you know I love Count Chocula?
Hit me. Shit. Right in the sternum this time, T, baby. Shit, you already know. You already know. You already know. Damn. Shit. This that hustler music, young Weezy got that motherfucking hustler music. So ride to it, y'all. Vibe to it, y'all. Damn. Goddamn, next thing hit a nigga in his head with this one. I'ma paint the city red with this one. I'ma head with this one. See you fucking with the boy 2 tours way before Christmas. No assistance, just that persistence with that commitment. If I don't get it, somebody gon' die tonight. I know my vibe is tight and I deserve the throne. And if the kid ain't right, then let me die in his songs. See, I be riding, just riding alone with my daddy on my mind. Like you gotta be kidding. How the hell you ain't here to see your prince do his thing? Sometimes I wanna drop a tip, but no emotions from a king. She'll be, so I be who I be. That's me. That's Weezy F, baby. And please say the motherfucking. So I be who I be. That's me. That's Weezy F, baby. And please say the motherfucking. Baby, you gotta know that I'm just out here doing what I gotta do for me and you when we eatin'. So bitch, why the fuck is you trippin'? I'm taking these chances, my head to the sky, my feet on the ground, my fingers to the judge. If the money don't move, then I won't budge, won't budge. No, I won't budge, no, Lord. Money is the motivation, facing the avenue, back touching the wall. Got the weed, got the gun, gotta run when I hear the bird call. Damn. Hop in that thing and murk off, swerve off. You know me, they call me Birdman Jr. Anybody murderer, if Birdman sponsor it. Phantom of the Opera, all black guap tent, locked in. I can let them shots out, you can't get no shots in. Bulletproof, leave a nigga with a bullet roof. Shoot you in your mouth, Leroy, they call him bullet tooth. I'm like, what it do, what it do? There's a full court pressure, I'm just going for
for the two. If I'm open for the three, I'ma take it in a second. Even if that's 1 second, I'ma make it, it's nothing. I don't take it for granted, I don't take it for nothing. I take it for what it's worth to the dirt, motherfucker. Yeah. Baby, you gotta know that I'm just out here doing what I gotta do for me and you, and we eatin'. So bitch, why the fuck is you trippin'? I'm taking these chances, my head to the sky, on the ground, my fingers to the judge. If the money don't move, then I won't budge, won't budge. No, I won't budge, no, no. I ain't never killed nobody, I promise. I promise if you try me, he gon' have to rewind his track and make me go back. That thing I go that. That boy I lay flat, so flat. That act is what I perform amongst you haters. Got Nina in my palm and I'm masturbating. Black Peter Pan fly till I die. What you saying, bathing 8 Eve Saint Evie? So what I stay in, got me feeling like Scarface, like the Cohiba. Streets reply, I look right in the 4-seater. You know I get right in the 4-seater. Top floor, the 4 seasons. For them hoes, and they all know how to cook it up. And look, I got some, and only one know how to bag bitch bundle up. See, it's a cold world, so homie bundle up. We ain't on this grind for nothing, I get your hustle up. Man, just be that hustler music. Young Weezy got that motherfucking hustler music, y'all. So ride to it, y'all, and vibe to it, y'all. I'm asking y'all, please, please. Young Weezy got that hustler music. Young Weezy got that motherfucking hustler music. Ride to it, y'all, vibe to it, y'all, vibe to it, y'all.
Love is electric. And in the most sustainable season yet, our eligible vehicle owners are falling in love with electric vehicles. In the comfort of their home charging stations and at thousands of DC fast chargers across the country.
Electric vehicles are worth watching, and there's an EV that's right for just about every lifestyle. Head to SeenOnEV.com to learn more.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. Everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we're scared of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie, it was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears. Nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swear you moved overseas. That's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie, you still sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me fall just like a song. When we react, when we react, when we react, when we react. It's hard to admit that everything just takes me back to when you were there, to when you were there. And a part of me keeps holding on just in case it hasn't gone, 'cause I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we're a set of getting old that made us restless. Oh, I'm so mad I'm getting old that makes me reckless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young.
Want to hear unheard songs from the favorite artists you thought you knew? Get YouTube Music Premium.
Hey, yo, you niggas must be out your fucking mind. Thinking dog can't pull another motherfucking rabbit out the hat. Think I ain't gotta check out my motherfucking Steve, you bitch ass niggas. Fuck that niggas. That niggas think I'm doing just sitting around doing nothing. Oh my God, you niggas can't be serious. Where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut where the wood at. All the niggas acting up where the wolves at. You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut where the wood at. All the niggas acting up where the wolves at. You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Yo. Man, cats don't know what it's gon' be. Fucking with a nigga like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, yeah, niggas was having sex with the same sex. I show no love to homo thugs. Empty out, you throw most. How you gonna know how to bite? Bark very little, but I know how to fight. I know how to chase a cat up in a tree. Man, I give y'all niggas the business for fucking with me. Is you crazy? Where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut where the wood at. All them niggas acting up where the wolves at. You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut where the wood at. All them niggas acting up where the wolves at. You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Yo. Once it's on, I come through, guns are strong. Blah blah, lungs is gone. Sons of Mars from dusk to dawn. Nighttime belongs to the dog. On the street past midnight, look for him in the mall. Don't play with these cats, 'cause I ain't got nothing to say to these cats. For the mothers that really do love them, please pray for these cats. 'Cause I know niggas is hard-headed, but I ain't got the patience. Don't want me having no patience, turning to more patience. More trips to ICU, 'cause I see you. Trying to get away with shit a real nigga wouldn't do. Where my dogs at? See them niggas? Get them, boys. That's how we do. Yeah, this is for my dog. This is for my dog. Yo, where we at, baby? From then till now, don't ask me how. Know that we gon' roll like the niggas in here. A-block on the show. Where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut where the wood at. All the niggas acting up where the wolves at. You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut where the wood at. All the niggas acting up where the wolves at. You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Yo. I get paid, still my crime stop, nigga. niggas like grapes making wine. 5 CDs with mad rhymes. Don't hit me with that positive shit. I know you lying. You really wanna stop niggas from dying? Stop niggas from trying. 'Cause I ain't really got that time to waste. And I thought I told you to keep these fucking bums out my face. Looking at you in your grill, it might be nice to cut. Once I split your ass in two, you'll be twice as butt. Yeah, you right. I know your style pussy, 'cause I'm fucking it. Since we all here, you hold my dick like he's sucking it, motherfucker. Don't you know you never come near me? Shove your head up your ass. Have you seen shit clearly? Never heard the DB running, 'cause he be gunning. I beat my dick and bust off in your eye so you can see me coming. Empty clips and shells are what I leave behind. And if they get me with the drug, they hit me with it, be denied. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut, where the wood at? All the niggas acting up, where the wolves at? You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Had that nigga in the cut, where the wood at? All the niggas acting up, where the wolves at? You better bust that if you gon' pull that. Where the fucking hood at? If hood is fucking with me, nigga, it's for real. I am the hood. I am the streets. You bitch ass nigga. It's all good. Take it how you want, motherfucker. It's all good. I'm in the hood all day. I think I'm like the only nigga, dog, that can go to the projects he grew up and buy his fucking self and be good. Yeah, nigga. Ask niggas on my projects when the last time they seen dog, motherfucker. Not too long ago, baby. D. Y. O.
With YouTube Premium, you can watch as many videos as you want without pausing for ads. Get into what you're into with ad-free videos. Try it on us.
I've got sunshine in my pocket. I'm just
If both sides are. A lot of people are considering allegedly the worst owner in the history of high-tier professional sports. So congrats to Snyder getting a $6 billion check at least over the next couple weeks. Jim Irsay spoke about the Snyder sale while being taped by one of Snyder's proteges or whatever through the entire thing. Go ahead, say it, Jim. Fucking say it. I'm sending it right to Dan Snyder, is what this guy was clearly saying. Norm Chirite, I believe.
Sure.
Chirite. We apologize for the mispronunciation of photog here. Norm Chirite. Charit. Whatever. Incredible form. Good, stiff, firm wrist. You know, he was going to get the proper angle. Snuck in between the person that's being covered here, Stephen Holder, who has covered the Indianapolis Colts for a long time, was able to go right past his armpit, right to his side of his arm, in between another media member, so that Jim Irsay couldn't see Mr. Norm the photog. We apologize for mispronunciation. I wonder what he thought Jim could potentially be saying at that point, because they just left a privileged session at the league meetings where it was only one per club, pretty much is how this whole thing goes. So what was leaked potentially in that one per club meeting that this person immediately said, I fucking dare you, Jim. I dare you to say it. I'm sending it right to Dan. Fascinating scenes as it all unfolds. We will keep our ear to the ground and cover it. Certainly Gunther talked about old Aaron Rodgers, which we will have to dive into today. He talked about reaching out to Aaron, not being able to get to him, and him wanting to basically be able to make something work, but inevitably he had to do his job and move on. We'll break down all of that with the Toxic Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Packers fan Ty, getting a chance here, Gunther speak, I think is a good thing. I've actually enjoyed hearing from their side of it all. I think a lot of things can both be true.
Right.
And I think we've all ended at the same exact spot. But I liked hearing Goody at least answer a little bit and defend himself in the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, like you mentioned, in situations like these, like there are truths on both sides. You know, like it's not like someone's going to say something and either Gutekunst or Rodgers is going to be like, oh, you know what? Actually, he was right. Like they both have how they feel. It's already been established. They both think they're right in what they, what they did in terms of getting to this point. So they're really, it's like there are half-truths everywhere, and you kind of just take everything in and make your own decision.
And what we know is it appears as if both sides are, probably not working together.
Yeah, it certainly appears as if that's the case.
I think we can, I think that's my big takeaway. So once again, don't want to talk about leverage, but I think it is going to be talked about over the next few days as the deal is probably made free between the Packers and the Jets with all the things that are being said publicly.
Mm-hmm.
All the things are being said very public. by all parties.
Everyone hears it.
Okay, so that just whenever you're trying to get deals, like hearing other people are interested, good news. Okay, hearing other people potentially bailing out, good news, because then it kind of hearing everybody's like, nah, this is how it's got to fucking be pretty much at this point. Like the deal is going to get done. I'll be excited to see what it's for. One half of the Hammer, Don Cowboys, Tone Diggs. I don't know if you sent it into the group or if you heard us chatting about it earlier. Somebody said 2 twos or something like that.
Yes.
Potentially is going to be what they're projecting the trade to be for Aaron Rodgers from the Packers to the Jets. Where'd that come from, and how legit was that? And who knows that type of information?
That came from who did that come?
Charles Robinson.
Chuck Robinson, Yahoo. Yahoo Sports, still a thing.
Still going.
Charles Robinson works for him.
Lives in a wood grain vehicle.
No, he was at the park in a wood grain vehicle.
Well, him and his dogs, whether they were living there or not temporarily, he was definitely living out of his car.
Charles Robinson did a hit on our show in between driving from his house to take his dog on a walk at a park. There were some pillows in the back, a cage in the back,
couple suitcases,
some clothes in the back. So obviously, as he's faced, incredibly kind of him to
Great
come
guy.
on the show
Love
at this
Chuck.
particular time. And all the boys could say is, "Oh, Charles is living in that car right there."
What's going on, Chuck?
You guys are right. He
Yeah, you
wasn't
said
at
that.
all. You said it.
No, I said it today.
Yeah, you echoed it. You retweeted it.
Right.
You put a spotlight on it. Even though retweets do not endorse my own opinions, yes, they do. You need to know that none of us know that this is it.
Boom.
This was the
Boom.
situation. And
That toilet paper back there?
no, he was just taking his dog on a fucking walk. Okay, maybe it was toilet paper, so he had to pick up the poop off the trail.
Being a good guy.
Charles Robinson is the Yahoo Sports.
Yes. Yes.
Yahoo Sports still happening.
The face of it.
They had a report done. Sorry, we had to break that.
Yeah, about the 2 twos, which I thought, seems right.
Come
for me.
on.
In my eyes, seems right.
Joining us live on stage in studio for, I believe this is the third or fourth week.
Fourth.
This is number 4? Are we sure?
No, I think it's
number 3.
It's 4.
No.
Whatever the case, he's been fucking awesome. 14-year NFL vet, obviously an icon in every single culture in America.
Hell yeah.
He beat up a guy because he got to talk shit to Shaq. Ladies and gentlemen, Pac-Man Jets. Pac-Man, 2 twos potentially being talked about as being the deal. And remember, they just made a trade. The Jets just made a trade to acquire another second and to acquire another third, I do believe.
Sent a third.
Yeah, so whatever it is. They did some stuff to add to their package that they could potentially present. How pissed off you think Packers fans are going to be if it's 2 twos and if they get a lot less than what Russell Wilson got, Matthew Stafford got, and everything like that?
Well, I don't think they should be that mad. I think they should get 2 twos and a 3. I think that's a really good deal.
5 picks, that's a lot. 3 picks, that's a lot.
Yeah, 2 twos and a 3. The first round is out the category. Like, you're not getting the first round.
That's wild.
Look at Ty shaking his head, though. This is what the internet, the Packers fans on the internet,
They need to.
they are going to be so pissed.
Yeah, but the Packers have no leverage.
No, don't even say it.
GM
Pac-Man.
you see what the GM come out and say, hey, look, we're ready to move on.
And it's a fascinating thing because Gunther listening to him speak, I like the way he sat in the pocket and took it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's one of the first times I've heard him really speak about the situation. They've always decided to not say anything other than through emails to fans and everything like that.
Yeah.
They've kind of stayed away from it a little bit. I think personally, I might have missed some stuff. Potentially happens. A lot of stuff comes through the internet, although I try to see it all. I like the way he sat in the pocket, but it was very clear that they're both moving on.
Yeah.
So when you shake your head whenever Pac's like, you're not going to get to one because you got no leverage, are you just saying because you feel like just in good faith, in good business, it's Aaron Rodgers, it should be a 1, and for what he's going to be able to do to your program, the worth is worth. Like, why do you think that you guys are in a position to potentially kind of still manage the expectations of this trade?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's leverage aside. Like, I don't give a shit who has the leverage. Like, it's Aaron Rodgers we're talking about here. Like, so as a fan, it's very tough to swallow. Like, when you're trading a first ballot Hall of Famer, a guy who's thrown 476 touchdowns for the franchise. Like, again, two the second round picks, like that's not bad. And I guess you kind of see it from the other side where it's like, hey, we don't know how much longer he's going to play, because that's what's really getting me is like it could end up just being 1 second round pick. It's like, well, we don't know how long he's going to play. And if he doesn't play for, 3 more years, like we're gonna need something in return to kind of compensate for all this. So like it has nothing to do
What
with
if he plays
leverage.
another 10 years? Just he goes over there, loves it so much. Oh my God!
At least 5.
This is a blast.
I think
What
that
if-
should be part of it, right? Like,
yes,
That's
of
what-
course. There'll
that's
be
what-
all escalators, I assume, on draft picks going forward.
And that's another report that they're having trouble dealing with the escalators of it because obviously the Jets are like, no, we're not going to give you a third-round pick next year. The year after that could possibly be a first-round pick because why would we do that?
Remember, he told us. He said the plan was win Super Bowl, go into darkness,
retire,
sail off in the sunset.
Good run.
He was 90-10, he said.
That's nuts.
90-10 back to retirement to coming back and playing. Then he goes in darkness, comes out and says everything has changed. We have a clip from Guti speaking yesterday about the conversations with Aaron. And it's fascinating the way he says it and what Aaron said because both could still be true, we think. And I think he's 100% right at the end. He's like, I had to do my job, which how we got there. Go ahead and let's run this from the league meetings. This is via Matt Schneidman, obviously legendary Packers blogger, journalist, reporter, cover analyst.
You know, as we got out of the offseason or after the season and we had a good conversation, and then, you know, we're going to have some follow-up conversations. And our inability to reach him or for him to respond in any way, I think at that point, then we just kind of I had to do my job and kind of reach out and understanding that a trade could be possible and see who was interested. But that shopping was never really part of that.
So when you gave him that contract extension, you've said publicly your intention was for him to not just play last season, to play beyond that. At what point did it shift to, okay, we need to move on?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously it was a disappointing season, right? And you come out of the season, you have a lot of conversations, not only with Aaron, but with the rest of the team, coaches, and everybody. And as you go through that process, you kind of get an idea of where you're going to move to, you know, as a team, how you're going to go forward. And I think I was really looking forward to the conversations with Aaron to see how he fit into that. Those never transpired. So, you know, there came a time where we had to make some, you know, decisions. So we went through his representatives to try to kind of talk to him where we were going with our team. And at that point, you know, they informed us they would like to be traded to the Jets.
But you just said you did try and reach out to have those conversations, what you said. Okay.
Okay, so great hair, first of all, Goody. Yeah, I did not know Goody had great hair. I thought it was, when I saw it, I said, oh, I didn't know. I didn't even fucking know because normally sitting down, I think we don't really get a chance to see him. Great stone backdrop there. Him addressing the entire situation about, you know, trying to reach out and then having conversations with coaches and what direction of the team, how he could fit in. Like the way he worded it, I'm interested to hear how Aaron took all those things that were potentially being said. And then him saying like, and this is, he's got to do what he's got to fucking do. We all know his position. Like, he drafted Jordan Love to be his guy.
Yeah.
This is his world. Like, it could all work out in the end. What if he did reach out to him whenever Aaron was in that darkness? Like, it was impossible to get a hold of the guy. We reached out to his representatives. They couldn't get a hold of him. Fucking nobody could get a hold of him while we tried to do it. And at that point, we had to do our job. There's no way that's how this transpired, right?
No way.
No way.
No way.
Now, I will say also, I don't know if Aaron is the easiest human being to just get a hold of out of nowhere. Now, I don't know what it's like for like Goody in business situations, but he is a guy who is on the record said like, I like to check out. Like, he will put his phone down, go read a book.
Yes.
He will go like for a day. Like, this isn't like an hour or two. Like, that's the type of human he is. There's no way he's talking about just in the dark. And I'm interested to hear, you know, Aaron's take on this. I don't know if we'll get a bicker, which I don't think any of us want to be a part of, about, well, let me answer that. Let me answer that. But I'm happy Guti got to answer what Aaron said. And I'm intrigued to kind of see where the truth actually lies in their pack.
If you go back and listen to his conversation, he said he contacted the agent, and then the agent, he couldn't get in contact with him. Then the agent all of a sudden called him back and told him that he wanted to be traded to the Jets. That don't even make sense. He had a conversation with the fucking agent. Hey, we're going a different fucking way. Maybe Aaron came out the darkness and said, okay, I want to go to the Jets. Because he already said it on the show that 2 years, if you don't make MVP the last 2 years, you know, they was already talking
They
about
would have
what
moved
they
on
were
to
going to do.
Jordan already. Yeah, he said that the feeling, the writing was on the wall, which it was for all of us, which is why Ty Schmidt has that moment of Mad Mel Kiper literally on draft night as Jordan Love got drafted, where you said,
God damn it!
One of the greatest moments we've ever
Yeah.
had. His hair, as per draft spectacular norm, grown out long, blow dry hairspray, as if Mel Kiper's helmet has been placed onto your head, and that thing shaking as you were genuinely pissed off about being able to see all this pretty much. Now, we thought this, just like Aaron, and I assume this would happen a couple years ago. Like, this was, the turnover was going to happen much quicker. because he played MVP for 2 years and was so damn dominant while he was playing in a brand new system, which he has described as vastly different than the one that utilizes like his talents. This one, he said, I believe he said a robot could do it or something.
Or it's like a monkey or like a gorilla.
Yeah, a robot could do this one. Like, hey, on the snap, this happens. Like, there's not a lot of thinking in this particular offense. First season, he had a down year in LaFleur's offensive system, right? 25 and like 2 or something.
Yeah. NFC Championship still, right?
25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. This guy stinks. He's lost it or whatever. Then the next year he comes back and it's fucking like 38 or 37 or something. I forget.
Yeah, one of them was like 41 and 5 or
So
I don't
in that
remember which.
system, though.
Yeah,
Like, just had to learn a new system, had to do it. So as they were watching this all unfold, and Aaron just adapting to this much different style of football with a backup that was drafted to be his replacement. With, if you think about how people probably assume Aaron's going to be, this guy will just want to get out of here. We'll be able to do this. Now here we are sitting at that moment of it all kind of coming to fruition. So it's interesting just to chat about the small stuff, because I think like Aaron has alluded to it as well, where he said like it felt that way. And Goot obviously drafting the quarterback kind of hinted at this being the case.
Yes.
What are all their interactions have been like the last couple of years, you think? Like everyone around the building.
Hey, we got to put him in.
Yeah, you think Goody's thinking they're saying that to the coaches?
Yeah, we got to put him in. It's our investment.
Yeah, like that's his thought. That's a general manager's thought. And that's Pac-Man, who was in the NFL for 14 years in 3 different buildings.
Yeah.
3 different buildings, bunch of different front. Like any player you hear talk about it, it's like, hey, this was just writing on the wall. This is how it was going to go. But now we're kind of at the point where it's all coming to a head. Those day-to-day interactions between Aaron and Goody, what were those like, you know?
So bad.
I genuinely wonder what those were like the last few years. It had to be awkward.
Yeah, for sure. But I assume from where we were a couple off seasons ago when, and like right after the draft, I think things definitely did get better, because I think if they would have been as bad as they were, now it doesn't mean these guys are buddy and they, love each other. It's a business relationship. But I think things did get better because I know me specifically, when he signed that new contract, I think you always knew, like, hey, this doesn't for sure mean that he's going to play, 3 more years or play out through the end of this contract. But I think part of me was like, oh, okay, good. He's going to retire a Packer for sure. And then, last year it's tough because there are a lot of what ifs. It's like if they even make it to the playoffs, like if they beat Detroit in that last game and go to the playoffs, is he still the starter this year? So just the way everything kind of broke down sucks. But I mean, midway through the season, I think you could start to see the writing on the wall. Like, oh, okay, this might be the last dance.
Yeah, which is a shame,
But eventually he got to play,
For sure.
I had a situation when I got paid 3 for 30 in Cincinnati, and they drafted, I think, Darquez the year before. Then they drafted Dre Kirkpatrick, and then they drafted Will Jackson. But they had to play. Like, Will wasn't the best guy on the field, but he was a first-round draft pick. Eventually, the younger guys got to play. Like, that's just how it go. Like, no matter what they say, nothing is for all. I mean,
not for long.
Yeah, not for long, or nothing is for all the time. I mean, all the time for nothing, whatever. I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
got it, nailed
But
it.
yeah,
You're talking about the NFL, not for long?
yeah, not for long, but it's another saying I was trying to say. But anyway, like, they got to play.
Yeah.
They got to play because
you got to see it.
The GM already got so much invested in them, and if they don't play, it make the GM look bad.
Yes, the GM has to swallow a mighty large pride bullet if their first round, because you got to remember, there was how many people were involved in first round draft pick, how many scouts, how many investment from ownership, all eyes, everybody's talking about the first round draft pick. This is the future of your franchise. This is going to be your program. And if that person ends up being a bust, that is on that GM. If that person never gets an opportunity to play in the regime that the GM drafted them, like that's on the GM as well. Like what could have been is 100% on G. So it's just the way the business has always been, especially when there's turnover.
Yes.
When there's turnover and it's like a brand new GM, it's almost, and this kind of happens in all the businesses, like not just the NFL. If there's a new person in charge, that person, if they have actual say, that person has a different vision on how something should be run. That's probably why they got the job that they currently got. Their vision, so they get to execute their vision for the first time. Like, they're going to do that. And that happens in the NFL on a very regular occasion because it's fucking hard to win in the NFL. And if you don't win, people get fired or people move on. That's just how it is. So it's a lot of turnover, a lot of different opinions and thoughts, and it's all kind of expected. Which leads us to the point: just get the fucking trade done. We all like Joe Douglas knows this too. Like Joe Douglas is sitting on the other side, like,
Big
hey,
son of a bitch.
like massive fucking
Huge. That photo, man.
He was a commercial fridge yesterday in that fucking photo, the GM's photo. Standing up, big, bald head. He knows where Goody is.
Yes.
Hey, Goody, I know exactly where you are right now. You have to play this Jordan Love guy. Have to. If he goes through a whole contract or gets traded, this guy that you traded up, pissed off Aaron Rodgers for, didn't even see the field and everything, I know you have to play him. You've also publicly come out and said, like, yeah, me and Aaron don't like each other. Like, we have moved on pretty much. He said it. They said it. Joe Douglas is just going to use that, obviously, in the conversation. But at what point are they able to meet in the middle? And I think that's the big question that we kind of have to take away. Everybody understands the situation everybody's in. Everybody understands exactly why Goody has to act the way he's acting. Everybody understands exactly why Aaron feels the way he feels. He was just pushed out pretty much. It was supposed to happen years ago. Now it's happening at this point because they had one bad year where they were still one game away from making the playoffs. So it's just, let's get the deal done.
Yeah.
But I did like the way Gooty's hair looked. And I thought he was super cool in the pocket while I was getting asked very difficult questions.
Yeah, I thought he kind of more so looked like a pissed off, like Little League coach who takes it too seriously, but that's just my perspective on Goody.
Yeah, sport coat on. What,
looking at their...
Any open
Yeah,
button
exactly.
down.
Exactly what he would be traveling in if they were heading to Williamsport. But when you're looking strictly at what
That
their
guy ain't
relationship...
coaching Little League baseball where I'm from.
no. That's
no,
the
that
one.
guy.
No.
There is that. We need at least two to three tins
Cut off.
on both sides.
Cut off construction.
Yeah,
fee.
the bike tight shorts.
Sure.
Underneath.
Shout out, coach.
Shout out, Coach Diggs.
Yep.
Shout out, actual Coach Diggs. That is who we're talking about. But I understand where you come from. Could be a little bit different. I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, but as far as the relationship goes, like, going back to the God damn it, and then, the one with Schefter with the breaking news during the Trey Lance draft, like, that was obviously the worst it's been, and I'm sure those couple years were bad. Going into this year, though, it felt like it was much better. Like, they were on the same page, and then obviously the year didn't go as planned, but I bet Joe Douglas is looking at it from the other side of it. Like, hey, we just drafted a guy, and he's not the guy. And we had to do 2 years of that. And now we need to go and get, Aaron Rodgers. And you're looking at the other side of it where the Packers drafted a guy, haven't seen him yet, and they have to play him.
Yeah. Joe Douglas, though, I think it's going to piss some people off. Terrible draft pick with Zach, right?
Bad.
That's what we're saying?
Yeah.
By all counts so far.
He followed it up with a great draft.
But right now, he has a chance to completely babyface.
Yes.
With his fan base, with the owner, with everybody. So I guess that's what Gooty's saying to him. Hey, you drafted Zach Wilson. You guys have stunk. Your fans are booing the guy that your fans were booing the guy that you drafted. So you need a new guy. Is that what Gooty's probably saying to Joe Douglas, I guess, on the way back? And does that matter? I don't, especially with Lamar potentially available now.
Yeah, I mean, I think both things are definitely true. Like, because to your point about what Joe Douglas is saying to Goody, like, it's different than drafting a quarterback. Like, it's different than drafting Zach Wilson the 3rd or 4th overall and having him be a bust because they traded up to get Jordan Love, and if he's not any good, like that's a year removed from an NFC championship. Like, you effectively closed your Super Bowl window on and it's not the same thing as like you suck.
Real deal. Couple holes need to be filled. Team back, offense back, everything back. We're on a run next year.
Exactly. So, like, they need to see him play. It's much different than drafting Zach Wilson when the Jets sucked anyway. It's like, oh, this guy's a bust. We're right back in that same cycle. Like, that situation is completely different because it's like if Jordan Love doesn't pan out, then it is like, everyone's going to point to that and say, hey, you remember that draft when, we're a receiver, a linebacker, or whatever, you want to call it, away from going back to the Super Bowl. And
180 yards before contact on the ground that game?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah. 9 passes thrown.
The Niners? Yeah, 8 or 9?
8. Yeah, I know.
Because that was held against Jimmy.
Yes.
That game was held against Jimmy. So not only did it expose some things on the Green Bay Packers roster, they could have been effectively changed, potentially for another year. But also, like, Jimmy G started, they only had to throw the ball 9 times. They win in the NFC Championship game. Almost he started getting buried.
Jimmy sucked.
Because how dominant the Niners run game was, which is fascinating because then just a few months later, you move up and take a quarterback. And that's why I think a lot of us said, like, is Guti really, what are we trying to win a fucking Super Bowl here? Is that not what we're trying to do every single year? What if they, So many what ifs.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the part that kind of like breaks your heart the most is like, again, Jordan Love, I think he will be good, and I'm excited to watch him play. But it is just like, if he's not great, or if he's not Rodgers, it's like you look at it like, goddamn.
Jordan Love's in a tough spot.
Yeah, and Matt LaFleur said yesterday or today, like, hey, we need to temper our expectations on Jordan Love, and that is not something you want to hear.
Reading between the lines on maybe what Gutie's angle is
what's the angle?
Saleh and Joe Douglas are basically talking like, hey, we have all the time in the world. Like Saleh said, hey, I mean, guy's worked with this OC before. We got plenty of time. He doesn't need to learn the playbook or anything like that. So it feels like Gutie's angle me, but like, hey, let's get this done. Let's get this guy in your building or whatever. But I also like that Joe Douglas said, yeah, Lamar Jackson's a great player, but that'd be in bad faith if we turned right now to Lamar Jackson.
Oh, look at that, huh? They're figuring it out. They're going to make it happen. Let's go to Lamar Jackson, though, Pac, if you don't mind, because we didn't get a chance to chat with you yesterday. Lamar Jackson and Lamar Jackson Entertainment put out a tweet, a letter to his fans yesterday, basically saying, hey, March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens. Obviously, March 7th at 4 p.m., they put the non-exclusive franchise tag on him. They have not been able to gain any ground at all. And I think this is the first time the entire league heard that Lamar Jackson wanted out of there and was potentially, we don't know, he did not say this, but maybe thinking about sitting out, which is a lot of leverage that another team could potentially use to get a deal done to make Lamar Jackson their quarterback. For instance, the Indianapolis Colts. Pac, your thought on Lamar Jackson's tweets yesterday, the timing of them while Harbaugh was speaking to the media and also everybody else is around at the NFL league meetings. What are your thoughts on this move from Lamar Jackson?
I was saying nothing is forever earlier. That was what I was trying to think. I don't understand this. We already know this shit. We already know that he don't want to be there. I thought I already knew that because obviously if he wanted to be there, he would be there. He got franchised. If he wanted to be there, he would be there when it's time to be there and try to see if he can work it out. I don't think
requesting a trade though. I think is like the first time we heard it. This is the first time we heard it.
Yeah, but at some point, man, you gotta go and get you some higher power. You gotta go and get you some representation. This just not going like it should be going. It'd be different if it was going in a speedier trial, but this is taking too long, and it just don't look good.
Yeah, I think it's all very interesting. A lot of people took it as, I think Dan Orlovsky said that Harbaugh should be pissed about the timing of the tweet because Harbaugh was literally sitting down middle of his conversation. He had answered 2 questions. Those tweets come out, and obviously every single person in the media luncheon thing at the league meetings goes directly to Harbaugh. Harbaugh kind of blindsided by it becoming public information and saying, oh, that was private, that was private, that was private. I think him announcing that he requested a trade is a bigger deal. I think it does potentially ruffle, some feathers, maybe move some people around to want to make a play. But who said it yesterday that maybe people will wait to see if they miss out on the draft and then make a play for Lamar?
Kiefer, I think.
Zach Kiefer. Is that what he said about the Colts, right?
Right.
Because we're sitting at 4. So who knows how the quarterback thing is going to shape up? Like, who knows what's going to happen in 1, what's going to happen in 2, what's going to happen in 3? Is somebody going to move up to 3 to take a quarterback ahead of the Colts? Will the Colts have to negotiate with the Cardinals and also anybody else that's trying to get up to 3 to move up 1 spot? We have to give it too much, what Chris Ballard would not do. Or is there a chance that the quarterback that Chris Ballard likes is still available at 4? He has a good sense on what the other 2 teams or 3 teams are going to do. I'm not 100% sure. And then if we aren't able to get somebody, then maybe Lamar Jackson's still sitting there on the other side of the draft. That was kind of presented as an option as well. And I'm sure we're not the only team that is potentially thinking about that if Lamar's out there. So who knows what the timeline is. Mike Tannenbaum, is that what you're going to bring up?
Yeah.
As I was bringing up the draft there with the Colts, Tone started squirming in his seat over there. What did Tannenbaum say, Tone?
Colts are going to trade up to take Will Anderson at 3. They're not going to trade up to take quarterback. It's going to go Bryce Young and then C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
Colts are going to trade up to take Will Anderson. They flip with the Cardinals, who I believe are going to take Will Levis.
Correct.
And then at 5, the Seahawks got him.
So I just assumed, because I thought that was somebody taking the graphic out of context, but that actually came from the Get Up Twitter account.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
They're like, hey, this is the case. Because I thought you would have to set the pretense of Colts are getting Lamar Jackson, so then they're moving up to get that whole thing. Best player available, Will Anderson or whatever. But I didn't see that in the tweet, and I did not watch the show. So I looked at that graphic, and I said, what do you know? Tannenbaum's got no fucking idea what's going on.
Cardinals are out on Kyler, too.
I would like to let everybody know, though, I like Tannenbaum. We like Tannenbaum as a person. Some of the things he says into a microphone, though, we go, how'd that guy get a GM job?
What the hell?
How'd that guy get a GM? How did he get a GM job? Different era, different football.
Sure.
Tannenbaum keeps swinging, and maybe he's right. Fuck. All these things could be right. We have no idea.
Maybe.
That's the game that we live in, the world that we live in, the game that we play. Joining us now is a man who just joined us yesterday. So almost a little bit too much of this guy.
Almost.
For sure.
But the more of this man, the merrier. Because you can't spell comedian without spelling his first name. He's the host of the weekly wrap-up with Rap Sheet and Friends, us being the friends, he being Rap Sheet. He's the NFL's senior insider for their network, their website, and their streaming service, NFL Plus. Host of the Insiders alongside Garofolo and Pelissero on all podcast networks. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who's riding horses with Joe Monaro. Ian Rapport. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Had to take
What's
me
going on?
away to bring me back there for a second. Just want to let you know it's great to see you, pal. Is this the same hallway you called from yesterday? Can we expect the same exact thing? Sausage being delivered past you here in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so?
Yeah, I mean, the former sausage. It's all they. So we had the NFC breakfast this morning. We talked to coaches for about a half hour. Kind of interesting on some topics, I would say. And then the media eats, and the coaches do actual work, which is basically just sitting in conference room, half paying attention, probably looking at film. And then we do some TV after that.
Okay, so I like the fact that the coaches are half paying attention, watching film. They have to show face. Heard Dayball this morning tell a writer who had very important writers meeting to get to as well.
We have a meeting to get to, too.
Actually, we saw this kind of unfold here. Here's Dayball from, I believe, the media. Is it a media brunch, media breakfast? What is it?
Yeah, they call it a breakfast, but nobody eats. Yes.
Okay, so just a press conference at a eating
At
spot.
press conference at tables during the time of breakfast, but not actually breakfast.
With no real setup either, so people are caught in the back of him at all times looking uncomfortable.
Yep.
Shout out Mark Caboli joining us in the next hour. Here's Dayball kind of starting his media press conference from a luncheon area.
You want to just go around like this? Because I'm going to be here till 8:14:59. No, I swear I got this owners meeting. I'm not going to be late for that one.
We have writers meetings too, so we have to go also.
Okay. So you don't want to go this way?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. Okay. I don't want to be last.
Okay.
Okay, so writers' meetings, obviously deadlines are very important. I mean, I wish Dayball, in his eyes, you saw him go, should I bury this fucking guy right now?
It's close.
Should I? And he did not. So shout out to Dayball. Showing a little bit of restraint. Showing a little bit of restraint. He just went with the high road, said.
Writers are taking it down.
No, I'm good. Hold on. I think I'm going to switch Wi-Fis. This is annoying. Hi, guys. I'm back. We got me now?
Oh, great. The show is over without you. I mean, geez Louise. Have you switched to Wi-Fi? Are you on a Wi-Fi or are you on the outer layer of? Seems like it. Just go to service.
Yeah.
Just click at the service.
Come on.
Turn off the thing, dude. It's right next to the Bluetooth thing.
Come on, Rap.
That is something we got to figure out as we go into the full Wi-Fi world.
Yep.
There should be some sort of natural transition from your Wi-Fi that you're on to the outside service.
Yeah, simple.
Because everybody outside of their house, out of their business, out of the area in which they're connected to the Wi-Fi, there's always that moment of fuckery where you lose everything. It's like, it shouldn't be this way. Is this not a smartphone? Fucking figure it out. Are we not smart enough to realize that the one service is going down, the other's getting strong? Because I see them both up there.
Oh, yeah.
I see them both up there. Can we not just do a fucking clean handoff, a nice clean exchange to the more powerful one? What are our smartphones doing? How smart are these things? I'm supposed to be worried about AI. These fuckers can't even figure out where the service is supposed to be. I ain't worried about nothing.
We were also sold a false bill of goods on how much, 5G wires they were putting down. It's bullshit. 5G is not good anywhere. They said they laid more cables, in big cities and everywhere across the Midwest. It's a bunch of horse shit. It never works anywhere you go. It's a real issue.
They do those maps. They're like, if you're in the pink, you're covered. And it's
good.
like the whole fucking world except for North Korea is covered. And it's like, so nobody ever loses service?
It still doesn't work.
How's that even work?
Why isn't there Wi-Fi in every telephone pole, too? Now we're talking about it.
Why isn't there?
You tell me.
Why
aren't we doing the Starlink thing now? Everybody's just doing the Starlink. It's coming from space.
Yeah. $30 a month.
All right, sweet. Joining us now is a man who does not have Starlink or internet service. We hope it is just on good coverage out there in the middle of the desert, Arizona. At the league meetings, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rapport.
I signed back into the Wi-Fi. We are good. It was a little bit of a snafu, but we're great.
Okay, you did. Thank you for being a professional.
Let's go, Rap.
I forget completely where we were. It was Dayball talking to the one writer about I got writers' deadlines. Shout out to Dayball not burying that writer, because easy question is what
it
are
is
you
interesting.
Go ahead, pal. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it is interesting because, the season is stressful, and reporters are seeing coaches every day, and there's a lot of, there's a lot of things they have to ask about. Some coaches don't want, and then you go through free agency, and that's stressful. And then you get to this time, and everyone's chill. Everyone's 0-0. Everyone got everyone they wanted in free agency. Giants got their quarterback signed. So, I thought that was actually kind of a cool clip because it did show what it is like around here, which is coaches and reporters being kind of like normal people before it all ramps up again. It's a very relaxed collegial atmosphere for a couple days in Arizona.
There goes the sausage. We knew it would. Shout out to that hotel being on it.
Yeah,
well done.
You thought that was a normal human moment. I thought that was like a hey, this guy, what is this guy? You didn't think that?
Fuck off.
You didn't get that from that thing?
But that's what you've been in the locker room far more than anyone on set. Obviously, I've been in the locker room, but a lot of the guys you're on set with right now have not.
Yikes!
Interesting.
And
14 years.
That's kind of what it's like. That was a friendly banter moment rather than I'm gonna murder this guy moment.
All right, sweet. Doesn't have to be the topic of conversation. We just want to let everybody know we love fucking Dayball.
Yeah.
Love him.
Not actually. I said that wrong. There should have been a comma.
We
there.
love fucking
motherfucking Dayball.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know what I mean? You get it. I love the guy.
Adjective, not a verb.
Boom.
Boom.
There it is.
Learn the English language. That'd be fun. Anyways, let's dive into it. What did you learn from the NFC meetings? We've been hearing a lot from the Packers, obviously. Guti talked yesterday to the media a lot, addressed the Aaron Rodgers, how he tried to reach out to him, tried to reach out to his representatives, wasn't able to do so. Had to do my job, had to move on, new era. Okay, everybody's in the same picture. Is that what everybody's talking about today on the NFC side? LaFleur and what's going on with the Packers, or what else is popping off over there at that lunch?
Two things for me. One, it was, LaFleur talking for the first time, took the high road, nothing but love for Aaron, as he should. It was a very, very, very successful partnership. Basically said his only regret is that they didn't win the Super Bowl, which I think makes sense. Talked about, I'd say, a lot of positivity about Jordan Love, but it was also pretty real because he was like, we don't know. They're optimistic. They think he's going to be good, but
support, bro, and I support you.
I know you'd like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see roses really smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, roses really smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, I know you'd like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see roses really smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, roses really smell like boo boo boo. I know you'd like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see roses really smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, roses really smell like boo boo boo. I know you'd like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see roses really smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, roses really smell like boo boo boo. Better come back down to Mars. Good, quit chasing cars. What happens when the dough gets low? Bitch, you ain't that fine. No way. No way. No way. Better come back down to Mars. Good, quit chasing cars. What happens when the dough gets low? Bitch, you ain't that fine. No way. No way. No way. Crazy bitch. Crazy bitch. Crazy bitch. Crazy bitch. Crazy bitch. Crazy bitch. Crazy bitch.
Stupid ass bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Oh, punk ass bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Oh, dumb ass bitch.
Crazy bitch.
A bitch's bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Just a bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Stupid ass bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Oh, punk ass bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Oh, dumb ass bitch.
Crazy bitch.
A bitch's bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Just a bitch.
Na na na, come on. Na na na, come on. Na 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 na, come on. Na na na, come on, come on, come on. Na 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 na, come on. Na na na, come on. Na 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 na, come on. Na na na, come on, come on, come on. Feels so good being bad. There's no way I'm turning back. Now the pain is so black.
Here's an easy cheat code. Get crazy fast internet that's only gonna get faster.
Yo, man.
Yo,
Open up, man.
what do you want, man?
My girl just caught me.
You made her catch you?
I don't know how I let this happen.
With who?
The girl next door, you know? I don't know what to do.
Say it wasn't you.
Alright. Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom door. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Oh, you figure the woman access to your villa. Trespass on a weakness, all of your clean on your pillar. You better watch your back before she turn into a killer. Just review the situation that you caught up in her. To be a true player, you have to know how to play. If she say a night, convince her say a day. Never admit to a word where she say. And if she claim her, you tell her, baby, no way.
But she caught me on the counter.
Wasn't me.
Saw me banging on the sofa.
Wasn't me.
I even had her in the shower.
Was
I make the jigger low flex. As somebody else in favor you in the complex. Seeing is believing, so you better change your specs. You know she a go bring a whole heap of things up from the past. All the little evidence you better know for mass. Quick for your answer, no off it talk. But if she back a gun, you know you better run fast.
But she caught me on the counter.
Wasn't me.
Saw me banging on the sofa.
Wasn't me.
I even had her in the shower.
Wasn't me.
She even caught me on camera.
Wasn't me.
She saw the marks on my shoulder.
Wasn't me.
Heard the words that I told her.
Wasn't me.
Heard the screams getting louder.
Wasn't me.
She stayed until it was over. Honey came in and she caught me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me. Wanna tell her that I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused. I've been listening to your reason, it makes no sense at all. Need to tell her that I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused. You may think that you're a player, but you're completely lost. That's why I say, honey came in and she caught me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Just another day at the office.
Stay gold. Only in theaters this Friday.